Awakening Avalanche. So, this is it. We're done fucking around because we found out. Thanks for playing. It has begun. That's all, folks. Good game. Well played. Etc. B. Theo Huxtable rubbing cream pie all over thine face until the truth of how magic spells work in our shared manifested reality through transformation of one's consciousness becomes part of one's being and begin to understand how the group magic spells at school, on TV, or other magic rectangles, at church, at work, in sports, etc., have programmed one's mind with rubbish, thereby making possible deprogramming garbage so truth may be programmed in. Fortunately, before I got corralled into the intelligentsia of public education, statist indoctrination, I received an adversarial correction. I lived in the rural deep south of the 80s, where our K through 12 was less than 1,000 and would have possibly had a graduating class of 50 if no one got pregnant. Someone always got pregnant. That year, 6th grade got split into one large cohort of 40 plus in one room and one smaller one of the smartest 8-ish or so in the same room with all the 5th graders. They were like facing the other direction. It's weird. During the first week, probably day 2, we were taking turns reading aloud the opening chapter of our social studies textbook. The girl who had been the competition for the first in each subject award, which culminated each year with the ceremony where the entire school would gather in the gymnasium to hear the first and second place winners' names read aloud and applaud while we strode proudly across the lines of the basketball court. Surely Masonic symbolism, like baseball, that I have yet to consciously decode. To receive our gold or silver embossed certificates. On that fateful day, she was chosen to read the first paragraph. We each took turns until the chapter was complete, with me feeling pleased to get to read the last paragraph because I was warmed up by then, felt confident about the quality of my elocution, and was proud to provide a strong finish. Then, we began answering the questions at the end of the chapter. Again, she was chosen first. Her question was literally the first sentence she'd read, with the predicate and subject reversed. But, as I knew from experience, she'd probably been so nervous when she began reading, thinking of how her reading was sounding and feeling butterflies, that she wasn't fully comprehending what she was saying. Well, it seemed like 5 minutes passed with our teacher gently providing hints and questions to lead her to the correct answer. I was all amped up, ready to move on, cocky, and an asshole. So I finally said, "Just read the first sentence you read again." She started crying, and I was taken into the hall to be paddled. The master of ceremonies angrily spat in my face as he yelled in it while waiting for the teacher he'd summoned from across the hall to witness the ritual abuse. He explained that I wasn't so fucking smart. All I was doing was regurgitating, not thinking. I didn't even know what intelligence was. While facing the wall and receiving my corporal punishment via an enormous wooden paddle with big symmetrical holes punched in it, I realized that he was probably correct. And that there was no possibility for me to even learn what this elusive intelligence was at the state indoctrination camp. I kept showing up to school, but The paddling I received that day, with angry truth spat in my face beforehand, had been the snowball that began what eventually culminated into an awakening avalanche. Decades later, when I had matured enough to accept all the truths that I would learn that were too inconvenient, uncomfortable, or just terrifying. A snowball to avalanche awakening operation is currently wrapping up here on our lovely planet.